And I'm quite sure these bust downs the dude was just talking about, it ain't just one. It's not just a one-time interaction. He probably done jugged up a couple of good times. I know it don't take but once to have the baby, but he probably done knocked it down a couple of good times and slid the fuck off. Probably done had his share of one-night stands. This is the trouble with the culture. We love talking about game. We love game. We love brothers trying to pimp and play player and all that shit. But then the end results is some kids that don't have a daddy from a brother that was honest enough with you to tell you he didn't want to be a father. Because it take two to tango, right? You want him to pay for it, but it take two to tango, and you let this nigga run up in you raw. You let him beat your back end and nut in you. How many times have we heard that fucking excuse of, oh, I'm allergic to latex, I don't like condoms, just don't nut in me, so on and so forth. Bruh, you gotta be smarter than these women. These bitches they operate in lust too. They love telling men, oh, we think with our little head and shit like that. These bitches be thinking with they click. And after a certain age, if she in the space where she thinks she done caught baby fever and she want a child, if you look good enough and seem like you got good enough game and you, or even enough means to take care of a child, she ain't even thinking about taking care of the family. They don't think like that. They think motherhood. We're thinking about family. The brothers that want to move like that. But then again, everybody keeps shoving guys like this in our fucking face. I'm so glad bruh dropped this goddamn video and not only told on himself, he said he don't give a fuck. He ain't finna slow down for nobody. He gonna keep moving like that. Cause guess what? These bird brain assholes gonna keep opening up their fucking legs for niggas like that. And then they're gonna want brothers like myself or you out there listening that got a work ethic, which women totally throw out the fucking window. Brothers with fucking work ethic, you matter. You may not have that shit right now. Your work ethic is gonna get you there though. And it's gonna get you there sooner than later. But it is a bit of delayed gratification. You may not have had it right then when she was looking for something. The house, the fantasy of trips and all that shit. But once you got it, bro, you got it. You got it. My partner I was just talking about the couch catching smoke from his old lady. He just bought his house. But that's his shit. So when her ass get to acting up too much, bitch, you gotta go. Trust me, I had to do it 2 years ago. I got another partner out there on the road now driving trucks, hustling his motherfucking ass off. Shout out to Chris, man. I know the brother don't mind me dropping his name. Y'all don't know who that nigga is, but I know that brother's story. He done moved heaven and hell for his old lady and some kids that wasn't his. And when that breakup happened, it's been radio silence until she started trying to use the kids as a pawn. The kids miss you. Hitting them on the low and all that shit. It's not even about you, bruh. She don't give a fuck what you do for them. It's just the fact that it's getting done. She don't care about you. So at the end of the day, that shit still boiled down to her selfish ass. She ain't even think about you. So if you're in a position where you can build something, bruh, you need to go build that shit. Take your time. It's your time to take. I dropped the morning motivation like I try to do every other day or whatnot. Stop looking for people to give you credit for the shit that you already doing. It's your credit. It's not theirs to give. Again, think about how we actually speak. Stop for a second and think about how we fucking talk. I just wish they give me my credit. I want the credit I deserve. Nigga, give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. You got to be a bit of an asshole. You got to be a little bit cold-hearted. You know the fucking work you did. You sweated. You shed those tears. You grinded off. So you got to keep pushing through that shit, man. But again, you got to be aware. Niggas like Buddy just finished talking about the 7 kids, 7 baby mamas, or multiple women that chose to have the abortion or whatnot. They're going to do what they're going to do. That group of people, but be wary of those women because that's who she actually likes. She's going to give her time and her body and her effort to that type of nigga. I ain't going to keep beating a dead horse. Let's move on. Your boy. Let me give myself some goddamn applause. We're going to talk about your boy real quick. Again, the link is in the chat at the top. Hold on. I think I missed a comment. Let me scroll up a little bit. Give me a quick second. See what Theo talking about. I've been saying the same thing. Women are driven by sex just as much, if not more, as men. And I think it gets worse as they get older, ages 30, 40. Science has already said that. A lot of women, they, for whatever reason, right before their ass hit menopause and that pussy dry out good for the last damn time, they ass a hit 35, 40, 45 years old, then all of a sudden want dick all the time. This is why you hear these grown ass women, while they talking shit about black men with podcasts, this is why you hear these grown ass women on here sounding like they still fucking 14. They still judge a man off high school criteria. 6-pack, 6 foot, 6 figures, 6'6", and y'all wonder why that man taking you through hell, sis. Yo, extra dumb ass. But these bitches own that shit, bro. I'm telling you, because who sets that hard ass? Now, as men, they love telling us we're physical and visual, but everybody got that one that don't nobody know about. I don't give a fuck how ugly she was, how big she was. Everybody got that one that, hey, nigga, that night, I had to get that shit off. It is what it is. You're going to take that shit to the grave. You might tell your closest of closest partners, and then y'all laugh and smoke and share the story about how that nigga got one too. And shit, nigga, I almost hit the same chick. Whether it was college, high school, military time, the ugly ass fat bitch from work, but she got an ass on her. Her face was a 3, but the ass was a 10. We all got them. But who sets them strict ass standards when it comes to some dick? Women. He got to look like this. He got to do this. He got to have that. They got a whole fucking list. So they're every bit as physical and visual as we are, man. Don't let these bras confuse you. And when I say these bras, I ain't even talking about the bras you fucking with. I'm talking about the women in your damn family. If you stop for a second, take your goddamn feelings out of it, and watch how your cousins move, watch how your sister move. Unfortunately, some brothers, watch how your mama move. Mr. Charles, Mr. Joe, and Mr. Willie were not your uncles. Mr. Charles fixed the shit out of car. Mr. Willie cut the fuck out some grass. And who I say, Mr. Joe, good as hell around the house fixing other shit. Some brothers had some fire-ass Christmases because they mama got some fire-ass head. But don't nobody want to talk about that. So a lot of these brothers ain't gonna hold these women that this brother was knocking down, those 7 women. They're never gonna hold these women accountable, right? They're gonna blame it on that black man. Why? Because their mama was on the same type of hoe shit. And what do black women tell us all the time? I had my fun. I did my thing. This, that, and the third. AKA, you a hoe. You had your hoe phase. Y'all brag on it all the time. Gonna pivot a little bit, man. Let's talk about this boy Ja. Again, that's one part of the image. The old